Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. National Record Store Day is coming up. It's a fantastic day to celebrate the nostalgia behind record stores. And we are so lucky to have a record store here in our city that has some incredible deep roots. We're joined now by Chad Dryden of the Record Exchange in downtown Boise to tell us more. Chad, how are you doing this morning?
Doing well. It's Record Store Day week, so we're getting pretty excited.
Yeah, and you should be. So for those who are not familiar, first of all, tell them about the history, the deep roots of the Record Exchange here in town.
Record Exchange is Idaho's largest independent record store. We've been here in Boise since 1977 and downtown since 1978. The store's founder, Michael Bunnell, started the store up on the bench on Orchard in a tiny little storefront and quickly expanded and relocated downtown. We've been here, we're celebrating 45 years this year, which is pretty exciting. Of course, a lot of people know we had a pretty big change last year. Michael and his wife Jill, the co-owners, decided to retire, and a group of us employees decided to buy the store from them. So
yeah,
we're now 7 months in.
But you know what? The employees of the store coming in together as a co-op, I think just speaks to the value and the love that is in the Record Exchange, right? I mean, it is such a huge part of our culture here in the Treasure Valley, and so many of us grew up, I myself included, going to the Record Exchange, right? It was a part of your youth and your love for music and just everything that comes with kind of that record store nostalgia and feel. It's fantastic, which leads us to National Record Store Day. It's an opportunity to celebrate all of that and more, and introduce new generations too to falling in love with what a record store has to offer. So tell us about that and how you're celebrating.
Well, speaking of monumental years for record stores, this is the 15th year for Record Store Day. It started in 2007. It was a very tiny event compared to what it is now 15 years later. But the cool thing about this year is this is the first time in 3 years that there's actually going to be a one-day Record Store Day like the parties we used to have in the past. Of course, with the pandemic, things changed in 2020 and 2021. And what Record Store Day did was still put out the exclusives, which are a big part of the day. But the one sad thing for stores was we weren't able to really have a huge party. Now that we're in a little different place than we were 2 years ago, we're back to having the traditional one-day event. So we're pretty excited about that. But of course, because this is the way we do things, we turn it into a weekend. So we actually have events on Thursday, and then of course the big day on Saturday, when 275 exclusive releases will be available starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. And this year's list is pretty tremendous. There's everything from pop to classic rock to hip hop to soundtracks. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Childish Gambino, Casey Musgraves, Taylor Swift, of course, is a big one this year. The Doors. It's just the list is pretty fantastic for just about every genre you can imagine. So there really is kind of something for everybody this year, which is really exciting.
This is a must-attend for music lovers, all generations, like you said, all musical tastes. And why have a celebration that's just one day when you can celebrate for multiple days, like you mentioned, throughout the weekend? So Chad, where can people go so they can learn more, they can put it on their calendar, and they can make plans to come on out to the Record Exchange for National Record Store Day?
All the info is available at therecordexchange.com. We also have Facebook events for all the events, starting with Thursday's Distant Family in-store performance, and also Curtis Steiger's album release performance on Sunday night. Then, of course, on Saturday, you can find all that on Facebook. We've been all over socials posting info about this, so info's all out there. And of course, if anybody wants to, they can always call the store, and we'll be happy to talk about them.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Chad. Greatly appreciate it. Always nice catching up with you, and I hope to see you soon in person. I might head on down.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, you take care. Bye-bye.